Okay, a little bit about shading and lines. I'm not entirely sure why you're having a problem with seeing the lines. They're pretty much standard in Rhino. They should be dark and easy enough to see. You may have inadvertently changed something in your settings in one of your shaders here. So I'm going to give you a little bit of info about that. Go to Tools, go to Options, and then have a look in your Rhino Options area. Go to Appearance, click the little plus, and then click on Advanced Settings, not on one of the actual names, just on the name Advanced Settings, and then pick one of these. Don't bugger up anything you've got. Grab one of them that you'd like to tweak. I'm going to grab wireframe, and I'm going to make a copy of it. And you'll see over here I get a copy of wireframe. So I'm going to grab that. I'm going to rename it to Test Shader. Okay, now we can play around inside here. So a little bit about some of these options in here. Use application settings, or let's grab, we want, what this is referring to is the background here, this flat grey we have. At the moment it's set to solid color. You could put an image in there, a gradient of 2 colors, 4 colors. Just for kick, let's use a gradient of 4 colors. I'm going to start with a very pale blue, and I'm going to work my way to a deep blue. From the deep blue, let's work to a bright red, and then fade back down to a light red. And let's have a look at these as we go along. So let's go to Test Shader. So as you can tell, we've got this shading in the background now. So it's a little bit about that. Let's open up Options again, and let's go into our Test Shader. Then inside here is, you'll notice none of those are actually shaded. So if you click on Shade Objects, it'll shade them. You can X-ray all wires and turn on flat shading if you want. If you want a custom material on them, you can do it from inside here. I'm going to go rendering material. Nah, I'm going to go custom material, and in there you can see what you've got inside here. I'm going to set my gloss finish up nice and high. Don't want luminosity up just a little bit, and then I'm going to pick an environment for it. I happen to have done this just before, and I've gone into where my Oxpecker environment maps are. You could grab, I don't know, let's have a look at environment maps for, we've got metals, other plastics. Let's grab environment map for black plastic. Glossy white, how about, okay, glossy off-white. Let's go OK. And back face settings, I like to have a distinctly different color for back faces. I like to make it a nice bright color so you can see instantly when there's something wrong. I'm not worried about a gloss for it. In here, what do you want to see? Do you want to see the ISO curves? You want to see the mesh wires? What is it that you do want to see, or what is it you don't want to see? If you turn all of these off, you won't get to see too much stuff. I'm going to turn off all this. What will happen, because I said turn off curves, is that curve will disappear, but the ISO curves on the surfaces will still show. I'm going to leave the curves on, and I don't want to see the ISO curves. Alright. Do you want to show text? Do you want to show annotations? Up to you. Surface edge settings. You can set the thickness of them here, and this is where I think you might have gone wrong. You've maybe inadvertently changed a reduction, or I don't know. I can't actually imagine why your lines would be a different color to anything else. And I'm just going to go and OK with this. So what we have here is I can see my surface edges, and I've got the sort of shiny white material going on the ball over there, and I can see my lines. Alright, so I don't want to bore you too much with the settings inside there. But for setting up your own custom interface, I'm going to grab that guy and explode it so you can see what the back face does, and delete that face. You can see that I have a distinct front and back face, so I can't bugger up anything. So have a bit of fun playing around in that. Hope this is useful to you. Chris out.